You've always wanted your children to display courage and confidence, but it appears difficult. It may be because your parenting was wrong. Confidence and courage are often misunderstood as loud self-expression or fearlessness. Hence, children are often taught to speak up, stand out, and assert themselves. However, in Japanese culture, confidence and courage are traits that are cultivated quietly, consistently, and intentionally. In this video, I'm going to show you what the Japanese parenting and education system do differently, and the scientific principles that explain why these methods work, hence applicable across different cultures. 1. Confidence through effort, not talent. Ganbaru. In Japan, children are taught early that success comes from effort, not natural ability. This mindset, known as ganbaru or persevering despite difficulty, encourages children to keep going even when things are hard. Research in psychology shows that children praised for their effort develop stronger resilience, higher motivation, and are more willing to face challenges than those praised solely for their intelligence. This approach builds courage because children are not afraid of failure. They view it as a natural part of learning. Hence, they are more courageous when confronted with failure. Implication for parenting. Encouraging effort over innate ability reduces performance anxiety and fear of failure, fostering long-term confidence rather than fragile self-esteem. 2. Early and gradual independence builds self-belief. Japanese children are encouraged to manage tasks independently from a young age. Walking to school, organizing their belongings, and navigating social situations with minimal adult intervention. Children who are allowed to start managing responsibilities and solving everyday problems on their own learn through experience. Self-determination theory identifies autonomy as a core psychological need. Research shows that children who experience age-appropriate independence develop higher self-efficacy, better problem-solving skills, and stronger emotional regulation. Bandura's self-efficacy theory further supports that mastery experiences in children build internal and lasting confidence. Implication for parenting. Reducing oversupervision and allowing safe independence strengthens children's belief in their own competence. 3. Mistakes are normalized, not feared. In Japanese classrooms and homes, mistakes are expected parts of learning rather than personal failures. Instead of punishment or embarrassment, children are encouraged to reflect on what went wrong and try again. Scientific evidence. Research on error-based learning shows that reflection on mistakes enhances deeper learning and cognitive flexibility. Fear of mistakes is associated with increased anxiety and avoidance behaviors, whereas environments where mistakes are treated as learning tools promote deeper understanding, lower anxiety, and greater perseverance. Courage grows when children are not afraid to be imperfect. 4. Real responsibility builds real confidence. Japanese children clean their classrooms, serve meals, and care for shared spaces. These responsibilities are not optional or reward-based. They are social expectations. Developmental psychology tells us that meaningful responsibility builds a sense of self-worth, competence, and purpose. According to Erikson's psychosocial development theory, children who successfully experience responsibility develop industry and competence. Children gain confidence when they see themselves as capable contributors, not passive recipients of care. 5. Confidence through belonging rather than individualism. Rather than emphasizing individual superiority, Japanese culture emphasizes belonging, group cooperation, and collective responsibility. Children learn to see themselves as valuable contributors to a group. Social identity theory and research show that a secure sense of belonging supports emotional security, resilience, and social confidence. Balancing individuality with belonging can reduce social anxiety and foster social courage, especially in school settings. 6. Teaching emotional regulation over emotional outbursts. Japanese parenting places strong emphasis on calm emotional control rather than emotional suppression or exaggerated expression. Children are taught to recognize emotions but respond calmly rather than impulsively, and adults model this behavior consistently with patience and restraint. Scientific evidence shows that children who learn to manage emotions early also demonstrate essential components of true courage, which continue into adulthood. These include better stress tolerance, improved attention span, stronger focus, and impulse control, higher emotional intelligence, long-term emotional resilience. 7. Minimal but meaningful praise. In Japan, praise is used sparingly and is usually specific to effort or behavior. Children learn to assess their own progress rather than seek or depend on constant external validation. Scientific evidence shows that excessive praise can undermine intrinsic motivation and authentic self-confidence. When children develop internal standards, their confidence becomes more stable and less dependent on external approval. 8. Courage as endurance, not fearlessness. In Japanese culture, courage is defined as perseverance, showing up, staying disciplined, and continuing despite discomfort. It's not about being loud or fearless. Studies on resilience and grit show that long-term success is more closely linked to perseverance than to talent or self-esteem alone. Teaching children that courage includes persistence, patience, and self-control prepares them for long-term academic, social, and emotional challenges. Closing message. Japanese parenting builds confidence not by telling children they are special, but by allowing them to experience themselves as capable. Through responsibility, effort, emotional regulation, and perseverance, children develop deep, resilient confidence. For U.S. parents, blending warmth and emotional openness with these principles can help raise children who are not only confident, but courageous, grounded, and prepared for life's challenges.